What's good? What's poppin'? What's happening with you all? It's your boy Gold Phoenix on the road, and yeah, we out here moving another load, checking you out. I'm on my way to Houston, Texas. I'm currently up here in Illinois, running down 55. I'm about 60 miles north of St. Louis, I want to say. But the reason I'm getting on here, I have to admit, I kind of want you guys' opinion on something. I want to know your thoughts, opinions, any advice, anything you could throw at me just to think about. Hear me out here, right? So, the lease for this truck will be up in March, right? You know, right around springtime, right? So, it's up in March, and I need to figure out what truck I'm gonna get. I need to go ahead, figure that out, and order it probably around January. Give it a few months. If all else fails, you know, if it's being built and, you know, delays and stuff, I could just extend the contract on this truck anyway, but that's not the point. Point is, I need a new truck, right? I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with this one. It's been reliable. Broke down once recently. I think I told y'all about that in Georgia. But other than that, it's been immaculate. The 826, immaculate. The Eaton Endurance transmission, I love it to death. It's super quiet. Not the smoothest ride, but it, you know, it get the job done type. You know, not spending too much money in fuel on this thing either. I've loved this truck. But that being said, I do not want to get another International. I want to do something different, something that fits my personality a little bit more. You know, something more luxurious, I guess you could say, something a little bit more sophisticated with a smoother ride. You know, since I spend so much time away from home, I practically live in my truck. You know, I want a higher level of comfort, and I understand going that direction. You know, there's going to be a trade-off as far as like the dealership network, and, you know, maybe a little bit more frustration with warranty and, you know, repairs and stuff like that. I understand that completely. But I'll take it on the chin. I'll take what comes with that. You know, that's the path I'm deciding to choose. And therefore, I have to take what comes with it. With that being said, I have my eye on two brands, right? I don't know if I've told you guys, but for the longest, or since they came out really, I've wanted to get that new 2022 or 23 Peterbilt 579 Ultra Loft with the digital dash and the LED headlights and fuel tank, fuel filter heaters, and, you know, the nice leather heated seats, cooled seats with all the, you know, everything. Keyless entry, I want all of it. I want every option I can get. I don't know if I told y'all that. And I know when I went to build it, I added like $14,000 in options to it. And then there was a hiccup. I hadn't been able to order a Peterbilt. Reason being, I guess they're still having issues with the microchips that go in the truck, and, you know, they weren't able to like ship it out and stuff like that. So there's no telling when I'll be able to get that or not. But I have another option. I've been eyeing the Volvo VNL 860s as of late. Something about them, they just look really sophisticated. They look, I don't want to say menacing, but they have a certain level of elegance to them that just catches my eye. And another thing I've noticed, whenever someone in a Volvo passes me, I don't feel it. It's the only truck I could think of on the road that can pass me and I won't feel any push, you know? Like, you guys are familiar with it. You know, when you drive in a truck and somebody heavier than you or whatever, or they're driving way faster than you, they pass and you kind of get pushed towards the shoulder a little bit. And when a Volvo does that, I don't feel it. And that says a lot about aerodynamics as far as that's, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. But now I'm at a crossroads and I don't know what I want. I actually don't. See, I love the Peterbilt. I have experience with Peterbilt. You guys have never seen it, but I drove 579 mid-roof for about 4 months when I was teaming. And that truck had the 10-speed. I hated the transmission. I absolutely hated that 10-speed transmission, but I loved the way that it drove. I loved the way it just felt stable on the interstate. I love how, you know, it had a noticeably lower center of gravity compared to the truck that I drive now. This truck feels top heavy a lot of the time, and I can't stand that, but I can manage it nonetheless. I've always heard good things about Volvo though. People rave about the I-Shift transmission. People rave about the D13 engine. At the same time, you hear, you know, the bad things too, which I'm hoping somebody who sees this has experience with Volvo and the D13 and the DTD. That's not DT12, the I-Shift transmission, my bad. DT12 is Freightliner. If you have experience with the Volvo stuff, let me know if there's anything I should be concerned about or anything to keep in mind if I was going to go that direction, because it is an option for me. And I'm really considering it. I've been inside an 860. It is huge. I love the fact that it has a table in there. I love that giant built-in fridge. The storage space in it it's beautiful. It's beautiful. At the same time, the Peterbilt interior, aside from the tiny refrigerator that comes with it, has a certain level of class to it that it just, I don't know. It's just welcoming, if you ask me. It feels open. There's not, I'm not going to say enough, but there's not as much storage space relative to the Volvo. I think going to the Peterbilt would leave me with about the same amount of space as I have in this International here, so I could adjust to it. But that fridge, though, that's the only thing I'm not really too keen about. The fridge, well, I want more space than that. But I could work with it. You see what I'm saying? Realistically, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm looking for the most livable option. I want the most practical, most comfortable experience I could have whenever I decide to get a new truck, or whenever my new truck comes in. I just don't know which one to order. Now I know what color I'm gonna get, which, you know, I'm sure you guys can guess. But aside from that, that's the only thing I know. And I'm not used to asking for anyone's opinion or advice or anything like that, but hey, it's a trucking community. You guys probably know a lot more than I do as far as this type of stuff goes. I just drive and make money. I don't get into the mechanics of the reliability or whatever. Since I lease my trucks, I just worry like, hey, let warranty fix it. I ain't worried about it. Screw it. It ain't gonna cost me nothing anyway. That's more my perspective. And I also only deal with brand new trucks. I'd rather only deal with brand new. In a way, I am kind of sad to see this one going so soon. I have 286,000 miles on it. Very low mileage. Very, very low mileage for the term of the lease in totality. But it is what it is. I gotta get something new. It's coming up on that time, and I have to figure out what direction I'm trying to go in. So somebody let me know, like, how do you guys feel about the new Ultra Loft? I also left out the one, if I do get an Ultra Loft, it would have the PACCAR MX-13 engine. Regardless of how you guys feel about that, that's the motor it would come with. So do you guys think the MX-13 compared to the D13 is better or worse? And if so, why? You know, what are some of the highlights with the Volvo and the transmission and you know, even the interior, the way it drives, all of it? And what are some of the highlights with the Peterbilt in you guys' mind? Like, what do you think is better and why? That's what I want to know. That's what this all comes down to. What do you guys believe is better, and why do you believe it's better? In your experience, what did you enjoy about it, and what did you hate about it? Go on, pass that down to me, man. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure this out. Because, honest to God, I do not know. I really don't. But I would certainly like to. Anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. I'll let this car pass me before I try to pass this guy up here. But that's pretty much everything I had to say about that. I'm going to continue down this road. I have 820 miles to go to Houston. 7:30. So we're gonna do what it do. Now, as I always tell you guys, be happy, stay blessed. Do not be afraid to make drastic changes in your life. It might end up being the best decision you ever made. I'm Gold Phoenix, and I'm out.